Okay, guys, we're going to continue with our re-engagement, multiplication of a whole number by fraction. We started off modeling multiplying a fraction by a whole number using arrays. So let's see. Take off. Let's see you draw it using an array or a bar model. How many goes in each row? I mean, how many circles are we drawing?
5.
10. How many goes in each row?
2.
Draw 10 circles, 2 in each row. You like bar models? I like bar models too. Okay. Very good. So, 2 rows. How many in each row?
5.
Very good. So if I'm drawing the array, I'm drawing 10 circles. I use my denominator to tell me how many in each row. I know I need 2 columns. There's 5 in each row, so half of 10 is 5. And that makes sense.
That should have been so easy. We didn't have to learn.
So let's do 1/4 of 16. That one. Let's get some. So what's 1/4 of 16?
4.
All right, what's 3/4 of 16? Yeah, don't erase it. Use your models.
Oh, it's 12.
If we know what 1/4 of 16 is, it's 4. How much is 3/4 of 16?
12.
How do we know that?
Because if you like, you can easily go 1, 2, 3. You don't have to
So you count 3 bars because you know each bar represents what?
4.
Or 1/4 or 4. What's your explanation? How do I know that 3/4 of 16 is 12? How do I know that? So if I draw my array, pay attention. If I draw this array, and I break it into 4 columns, I know 1 column represents what fraction? 1/4. 2 columns represent 1/4 plus 1/4. 3 columns represent 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And the whole requires us to add all of them. I need to represent 3/4. So how many of these columns do I need to add together? 3. So I box the circles that are inside those columns and count them. I get 12. Well, how much is 2/4 of 16? How many of these columns do I need to add together? 2. So I box the circles inside the column. How many is that? 8. 2/4 is also equivalent to what? 1/2. Very good. Kate, boy, you came to work. Are y'all making those connections? I think so too. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to give you a word problem. Because it's word problems where we fell shy on that test. So let's do.
When is she gonna let us retake it?
You'll probably get to do it Friday. 1/5 of 15. Now, be able to explain because I'm gonna manipulate it. So don't erase your model because I'm gonna extend this. 1/5 of 15. Don't say it out loud yet. Wait on everybody to hear it. What's 1/5 of 15, Kayla? You are correct. Summer, don't erase it. What's 2/5 of 15? Look at your model. What does one group represent? There you go. There you go. So what's 2/5 of 15?
2. Wait, not 2.
Go ahead and finish. How many columns would I need to circle?
Not the whole thing.
Think about 2/5. How many of these do I need to add together to get to 2/5?
2.
2 columns. So circle the circles inside those 2 columns. So what's 2/5 of 15? Count your circles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
All right. Now erase that circle. Kayla and Summer, what's 3/5 of 15? How many of those 1/5 would I need to add together to get to 3/5? How many Say it. How many of them would I need to add together? You're correct. 3. How many circles is inside that?
9.
There you go. You see that? What's 4/5 of 15? How many of these 1/5 would I need to add together?
4.
4. Yeah, so count the circles.
12.
Yeah, now look. What's 5/5 of 15?
The whole thing.
Ah! Connection. Connection. Alright, arrest that for me. Alright, we're going to do single step, then we'll do multi-step. Miss Cook.
Yes, sir.
Miss Cook has 30 boys in her class. If 4/5 of the boys
Is this like what we've been working
have
on
blue hair,
in class?
how many boys? Have blue hair? Go. He's making a model. You might do the array. You might do the bar model. Show me what you're gonna do. So what would the multiplication problem be?
5 times 6.
5 times 6. Where you get that from, baby?
Because I know that 5.
Well, don't confuse your drawing. You ain't wrong. You're telling me what you're thinking. Read your problem. Wait a minute. Stop right. Read your problem. What would my multiplication problem be?
4/5.
Bingo. Of what?
30.
Bingo. That's all I'm asking. Now you keep going. You keep going. Because you're communicating your thoughts, and I know where you're going with it.
Is this right?
Okay, look at it. How much is each column worth? Make sure you label your columns. You put your fractions down there. That's going to remind you. Put your fractions down there. Now, what's 4/5 of 30? How many of those columns are you going to need to add together?
That's what I'm fixing right now.
Go ahead and put a circle around
And
it.
then I'll fix it. It'll
Circle all the circles it
Remember,
represents.
when was the playlist originally due? Yesterday. So by not, when I originally set it up, I set it up to expire.
How many you count?
Extend the date.
I
We
think
need
I'm
4/5. So how many of these columns do I need to add together?
3.
So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4.
No.
So how many do I need to add together to get 4/5? So 1 plus 1 is 2.
No.
I mean 4.
No.
How many of these columns do I need to add together to get 4/5? If one column is 1,
This.
all 4 of them. Count those circles in between them. How many you get?
If you hit refresh, it should pop up.
How many are boys?
24.
24. I mean, how many have blue hair? 24 have blue hair. So what fraction doesn't have blue hair? If 4/5 has blue hair, what fraction does not? Look at your model. What fraction is not inside your circle?
5.
What fraction is not inside your circle? Look down there. Say it.
1/5.
1/5. And 1/5 is equal to how many boys?
30.
No.
24.
No. Look at the 1/5 list. How many's in it?
6.
Bingo. So 24 plus 6 should be the whole piece. Right? Okay. Let's do multi-step.
Is that
Mrs. Cook has 30 students in her class. If 4/5 of the students, if 4/5 are boys. How many girls are in the class? This is 2-step. Go. This is 2-step. So, remember, we need to know how many boys and we need to know how many girls. There you go. Put your practice down. Miss Cook.
Yes, sir.
2/5 are boys. So how many of those columns am I gonna circle?
3.
Think about it, Summer. How many?
Wait.
How many of those are we gonna circle? I want you to come over and look at Katie. He had it while I was writing. 2/5 are boys. Show me how I can use my model to tell me what 2/5 look like. Very good. So write boys on the other side over there. Write boys over there somewhere. And tell me exactly how many circles is inside there.
Think of these are the tops of the heads.
Put the number over there. Count them. So that means
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
you ain't got 30 circles, baby. You got 25.
Oh.
You need 5 more circles. Just put you another row. Put it up here. Put you another row up there. Check your total for your girls, Kayla. Because both of these should add up to give you what? 30.
30.
If they don't, something's off.
I got 12.
Bingo. So I have the 12 boys. The question says how many girls are in the class.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
And if I wanted to check myself, what could I do with those two numbers?
Add
Add them together, and they should give me what?
30.
30, because that's how many kids I started with. So there's 12 boys. 12 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are your boys. And the rest over here is the girls, so it should be 18 girls. Does it make sense? Y'all want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. One more. One more. Summer has red and yellow shirts to donate. If she plans to donate 100 shirts and give 1/4 of the shirts
100?
to Kayla. How many shirts? I ain't gonna use 100. That's a big number.
Yeah. Because can't
Can I do it? Can I do it?
I'm gonna use 32.
Can I do it? I know it.
How many shirts? No, don't do 100. Well, you can. Yeah, you can. Because you're gonna use a bar mark. How many shirts will Ty get? Go ask Miss Cook.
You need one, right?
Think of that as a dollar.
Bingo.